Hi grade 12s. Let's check the second question on calculus. We are given an information here, information of our function f, meaning f of 4 is equals to, the first bullet says f of 4 is equals to 5, and then f prime of 4 is equals to what? Is equals to 7. The question is, determine the equation of the tangent of f at x is equals to 4 in the form of what? Y is equals to mx plus c. This is true. The equation of the tangent must be in the form y is equals to mx plus c, because the tangent is the straight line. But we need to determine that equation of the tangent at x is equals to what? At x is equals to 4. Now let's check our information. Remember something, f of 4 is equals to what? 5, meaning that the x value here is what? Is 4. The corresponding y value is 5, meaning they substituted 4 where they see x in our function and get the value of what? Got the value of y, which is 5. Then here they did a first derivative. Once you see first prime, you must remember first derivative, and first derivative is always equals to what? To gradient, meaning once they do first derivative and substitute 4 where they see x, they are calculating the gradient at x is equals to 4. What is the gradient at x is equals to 4? It's 7. Meaning, my friend, I'm doing a quick example. Once I have a function f of x is equals to what? Is equals to y, and I do a first derivative. I said the first derivative is always equals to what? Gradient. Meaning, if I do f of what? F of x, which is equals to f prime of x, which is equals to y prime, it means I'm calculating the gradient at any given value of x. Once I say f prime of what? F prime of 5, meaning I'm calculating the gradient at x is equals to what? Is equals to 5. Here it says f prime of 4 is equals to 7, meaning the gradient at x is equals to 4 in my function is equals to 7. Let's check something. Remember, the equation must be in the form of y is equals to mx plus what? Plus c. What is m? M is my gradient. What is c? C is my constant. But I already have a gradient at x is equals to what? At x is equals to 4, which is what? Which is 7. In other words, where I see m, I must substitute the value of what? The value of, where I see m, I must substitute 7, because 7 is my gradient, which means that this will be y is equals to 7x plus what? Plus c. All I need to do now is to calculate my constant c. Meaning, remember, I have coordinates. We said x is equals to what? 4, and y is equals to what? 5. Meaning here, the coordinate form of this will be 4 and its corresponding y value, which is what? Which is 5. Where I see y, I substitute 5. Where I see x, I substitute 4. Meaning, I go back to my equation. Where I see y, I substitute what? 5, which is equals to 7 multiplied by what? What is x? X is 4 multiplied by 4 plus what? Plus c. This is 5 is equals to, what is 7 multiplied by 4 is 28. Plus c. Remember, my friend, my unknown here is what? Is c, meaning the aim is to make c subject of the what? Of the formula. C will be what? C will be 28 to this other side. It will change sign from being positive to what? To being negative, meaning I will have 5 minus 28, meaning the value of c is what? Minus 23. I've calculated my constant. I need to take back my constant to my equation, of which this equation will be what? Will be y, which is equals to 7x minus 23. Sorry,